morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Happy Rare Disease Day. As many of you know, Rare Disease Day takes place on the last day of February. The main campaign is to raise awareness amongst the general public and decision makers about rare disease and their impact on patients' lives. And although 7,000 plus rare diseases are vastly different, there are many similarities in the rare disease experience that unite patients, families, caregivers, and supporters. And today we unite with over 3 million people worldwide living with rare disease to work towards more equitable access to diagnosis, treatment, care, and social opportunity. And in honor of Rare Disease Day, we are thrilled to host Terry Jordan, founder of The Color Coded Chef and fellow OCNDS parent. She's also joined by her son, Cody. Today, she will guide us through a recipe as we're making her amazing chocolate chip cookies. Terry developed The Color Coded Chef, which promotes life skills for all ages and abilities through the power of cooking. This unique system emphasizes visual communication. The carefully designed interface removes many of the traditional barriers of cooking. And joining Terry are two OCNDS families, the Lopez's from Florida. We have Maddie and Jackie.
Hi. Hi.
And the Reynolds from Texas. We have Harper and Amber. Terry, we're going to hand it off to you, as many kids as well as some adults are eagerly awaiting the finished product. Thank you so much for your time today and for creating this amazing system which promotes independence.
Thank you, Jennifer. I am so thrilled that CSNK 281 Foundation agreed to host this and help us put this on. And I'm excited that everyone gets to make cookies today. So for the people who might be watching this webinar later, you can visit my website, thecolorcodedchef.com. And on the far right will be the chocolate chip cookie recipe so that you can download it and use it with this webinar when you are watching it. I want to first do my first cooking moment with Cody. And we had that big mixer out from behind me, and we don't need it today. And he put in the sugar, and I was getting ready to have him pour in the egg, except he got excited and he turned the mixer on high. Yeah, it spilled all over it. And he was so excited because he said it created snow in the kitchen because it was all sparkly. And I just want everyone to know you can have snow indoors. It's a little harder to clean up, but you can have it. Yes. We're going to kind of walk through how I set up the recipe, just take a minute or two on that. And then Cody is so anxious to get started on cooking, and I know the girls are too. But I just wanted to talk about a little bit on the format. A traditional recipe might say, take the first 6 ingredients and cream them together. Well, that's great if you have the list of 6 ingredients, but it may not tell you what size bowl you need, or if you need a fork, if you need a spoon, what you might need with it. So the recipe format here is the ingredients are listed over here. This can also be used as a grocery checklist when you go to the store. And my trick is you write a B next to the one you need to buy so that you are looking for it. And here is your supply checklist so that you have everything that you need for making the cookies. Now, this particular recipe is used for cooking demo classes. So the scooper, not everyone will have one that's yellow and says The Color Coded Chef on it, but you can use a large spoon to make that happen. Yes, that's it. All right, so we're going to get started. Cody is very anxious about this. I know there's going to be some questions that pop up during this conversation. I'm also going to offer some hints and tips on how to make things go a little bit different for you if you forget things. All right, we are ready. So preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Get it started.
We'll hit the start button.
All right, so our step 2 in this is
we cut so it can have
to the container or bowl. And what do we have to measure? Over
Over the plate.
plate. All right, so we're gonna measure over the plate. One of the key things that I encourage people to do is always measure their ingredients over a plate, because anything spills is on the plate and you can easily put it into the trash, or if it's the first ingredient, back into the container.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, but if it's on the counter, most likely more of it goes onto the floor instead, so at least the plate catches it. So would you go ahead and measure the first ingredient for me?
Yes.
All right. And then I'm going to show some things along the way here. One of the things I've done at home is all my containers are labeled this way, easy grip, but they're printed spelling.
A cup of sugar.
All right.
It's good.
They're also doing it with us. There you go. Nice job.
You know?
Yeah, it's not level yet. There you go.
Be careful.
Yeah, we got to be careful. And then you can use the knife. Show how to use the knife to make it level. All done. All right, let's put it in. All right, very good. Let's put the lid back on this. We'll set it out to the side. And now the next one says,
Right here.
put the butter. Uh-oh, the butter is in the refrigerator.
Oh no!
Oh no, what happens if you didn't soften your butter?
It is the butter.
Yep, we're gonna hit the butter.
Hi.
So no, we're not karate chopping it. So first things first, we are gonna measure. We need 3 tablespoons of butter.
Ever.
It's 1.5 of this.
Wow.
All right, so we're gonna do this. And now, since we forgot to soften the butter, you can take a rolling pin and hit the butter.
Oh, no.
It is loud because I have a heavy rolling pin, but if you just take it
And a half.
and hit it a couple times, you now have softened the butter.
Wow.
That will mash really nice into your bowl. There we go.
The whole thing, baby, you gotta fill it up to the top.
Pop away.
All right, can you go ahead and measure the next? I'll put it in if you measure out the next thing.
Okay, here.
No, we don't need that butter.
Try.
Sure.
More, fill it up to the top, the whole thing.
Carrie, we had a question come in.
Yes, ma'am.
The question is, where do you envision this system being used?
Let me get him started with the brown sugar and I will answer that. Can you take the brown sugar? And it needs to be firmly packed, so you need to pack it in here, okay? All right. We'll get more brown sugar later. That's fine. I envision this cooking kit. The first part of it started out to be like a life skills class at school. The second part is I envision this to be a life skills at home, because I wanted to make sure that he has the opportunity to have a home cooked meal versus a fully prepared meal that might have lots and lots of extra salt in it. And I wanted him to be able to not have that as a health issue. And so my big thing is trying to cook with spices, a little more, please, and make things taste great without just adding salt to it. I also see this, I was sharing that one lady bought this kit for her neighbor, and I was like thinking it was somebody that had a special needs child, and she's like, oh no, my neighbor's wife died. But it turns out that his wife did all the cooking, and she bought this kit to take over all the ingredients for one of the recipes in the kit, and to allow him to be able to have independence and be able to work with that. All right, we are going to go into the vanilla next. Can you use the vanilla?
There.
Yeah, which color spoon?
Blue.
The blue spoon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
Do
Here
it.
you go.
You do it, baby. Yes.
Huh?
Very good. You're measuring it slowly. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Measure again. It's okay. Just go slow and steady. Whoa. All right. Here we go. Now, we don't need all this extra vanilla that's now in this measuring cup. So we're going to have you pour that down the sink, okay? There you go. Just pour this in the sink, please.
Sorry.
That's all right. All right. Your next ingredient is liquid egg.
What? Hey.
1/3 of a cup.
Now, you may be skilled enough to be able to crack eggs,
Crack open.
and that's great. But our eggs tend to have a lot more crunchy stuff in them if we're not careful.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It happens to all of us. Extra
So-
crunch.
Hey.
All right, so I want you to measure to the,
Purple line.
all right, I need you to do your most slow and steady. Here's your purple line. And nice job.
Hi, I did.
You did. Can you hold that up to the front cam? No. Can you stand up? And turn it. Now, can you hold it up to the front camera right there? And Cody's
Yeah.
measured it to the purple line. One of the things I've done, it took me 12 different suppliers to find one that would do this color coding on a measuring cup. So the liquid matches the dry ingredient measuring cups. All right, Cody, what is our next step? Mix it up. So I'm going to work on mixing stuff till it's creamy.
Right in here.
Yep, we're going to be measuring the teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
We're going to be getting that out, and I want to be able to show that to everyone.
Put it on myself first.
You can measure it all by yourself first, but I do still want to show. Look for baking soda, sound out the letters. No, look at the letters. Compare the letters here with the letters on top of the container.
Soda.
Is that baking soda?
Yeah.
What does soda start with?
B.
Starts with the S, yep.
Must be that. Up.
No, we're fine. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna show this. What color spoon? It is a purple spoon. I want you to set it down and I want you to measure it and I want you to show how to make it level using that lid. Hmm? There you go. All right. Keep going. All right. I gotta pause. So one of the things I did was having the wrong ingredients end up into the wrong containers, like sugar and flour or salt into baking soda containers. If there was too much, I went to the dollar store. So, you know, I spent $1 and I bought some little containers like this. And I took some of the baking soda, baking powder, salt, and other ingredients. And I labeled the tops. And this way it's in a controlled container. You can use the lid to help make it level.
Yes, of course.
But I don't have to worry about cross-contamination with like a new box of baking soda.
Good idea. Affordable
All right.
idea.
We are now on page 3 of the recipe.
Hooray!
I'm still mashing our butter a little bit, and Cody is going to go ahead and measure out the salt.
Salt and pepper.
That's which one?
Okay.
That's good.
Here we go.
Hold on, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Which step are we on, Terry?
9.
Step 9?
We were
Okay.
on 9, but we can slow up if we
No,
need
no.
to for anyone. That is fine. Cody's had a lot of practice making these.
9. Done.
9 is done. All right. Well, what's the next step?
Put chocolate chips. Yeah.
Into the container. My recipe says container. I will fix that to bowl. This was set up originally for an OT exercise, and so the container got shook up. to do an exercise with it. So I will fix that going forward. But how many?
Cups.
How many?
So 1 cup, 2 cups,
2 blue cups. All right. So we got our blue cup.
and chocolate chips.
And there's your chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips.
All right.
Okay. What's this? Okay.
Okay. I will watch you. Might have the chips put in before the flour on this, because once the flour gets in there, it's going to get really thick. And it's a lot easier to stir the chips up and make them well blended.
Okay.
All right. There's 1 cup.
Terry, we have
Yes,
a question from a family in California.
ma'am.
They have your kit and they want to know why you use egg whites in some recipes and liquid eggs with yolk in other recipes.
That just started out with me wanting to make sure that my son got more protein. And by doing the egg whites, I was pushing toward that. You can substitute out eggs and egg whites on most recipes, you know, whichever you prefer on that. But that was just me and trying to make sure that he got as many healthy things as possible. So he could grow. I was selfish. I tell everyone this did not start out as a business. This started out with me just wanting to help him. And then I had other parents who wanted the kit and they wanted copies of my recipe. And then I'm like, this is becoming a business. So this is where it went.
2 cups.
Peanut. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're doing a great job measuring over the plate. And everyone can see all the stuff that's on the plate here. It's good. Whoa, very good.
Yeah.
All right, there's 1.
What?
All right. Oh, so there you go. Nice job.
Okay. Chocolate chips.
And peanut butter chips. And we're going to stir this up.
Okay.
You want to empty that into the trash?
Yeah.
All right, you can do that. All right. Now I've just done step 12, mixing thoroughly. What's the next thing we need to do?
Okay. 2 cups of flour in the cup.
Into the container. Now, if you don't happen to have our measuring cups with the color coded on the pink, they also show on the recipe 1/2 cup. The rest of the measuring cup itself says 1/2 cup. And then that becomes a 1-to-1 correspondence later as the skills are being learned to what the fractions are. All right, all yours. Can you do 2 pink cups? One of the other things I do in these recipes,
Yeah. I screw it.
you need a scooper. Why don't you use a spoon?
No, don't fight that screw it.
Well, no, I'm not gonna get a scooper right now. Why don't you use this spoon right here? All right, I think that'll work. Just go slow.
Okay. What's it? To spray.
Okay. So for example, you might see 1 teaspoon of an ingredient and then the next time it's a teaspoon, but I have you use 2 half teaspoons. And that is me trying to make sure that the cross-contamination of ingredients doesn't happen. So liquid doesn't get put in a little more into powder or any format there, just to avoid cross-contamination. All right, there's 1.
Whoosh.
And now I need to measure number 2.
Okay. Flour cups of flour is a flour.
Yep, they are working on their 2 cups of
Uh-huh.
flour also.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's a small spill. You won't be the first person to spill things or the last.
Yeah.
Terry, we have a question from a family in Colorado.
Okay.
They wanted to know what kind of flour do you use to make it gluten-free?
All righty. Excuse me. All right. So gluten-free flour, I recommend using a complete gluten-free flour. It's like a 1-to-1 flour. Typically that has xanthan gum added to it. And that will, my recipes are actually started with gluten-free flour. And then I make them back to wheat flour. Yes, you may. So you can do that type of thing. Now, if the person can't have xanthan gum and needs to be gluten-free, I will tell you that your cookies will end up a little bit more flat. It's just this. They're not going to be as puffy. All right.
We have a family from the UK, Terry, that asked if you use the egg whites only in this recipe, or do you use the egg yolk too, or can you do either?
Either.
Okay.
And Cody, I have a question for you. How many cookies are you going to eat when this is over?
100 cookies.
100
We're
cookies.
only making 18. We're not making 100.
And Maddie, how many cookies are you going to be eating?
Tell them 3.
3. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
3 for you, 3 for me. 3 for you.
We have a question from Hawaii, and that is, can you add ice cream between 2 of these cookies to make an ice cream sandwich?
Ice cream, so yummy.
That sounds really yummy, but I recommend not putting the ice cream in before you put it in the oven. I would wait till the cookies are cool and maybe freeze them together.
What great idea.
All right. As you can see in the bowl here, we've got our batter.
Hey.
Yep. We need, what do we need to be able to scoop them onto?
Cookie sheet.
Baking sheet.
Tell them your scoop.
That's one.
Just one is all we need for this recipe. All right, you ready to scoop?
Yeah. Overtime.
Trust me, I can tell that they're getting ready to scoop. So,
Okay, what's the strawberry right here?
all right.
Yeah.
Let's get it on there. There you go.
Hey, what's cookies?
Yep, they're scooping too.
Hello.
There you go.
Wow, cookies. All the cookies.
Yep.
Gary, we have another question from New York. It's about substitution.
Yes,
And-
ma'am.
Is there a
Okay.
substitute that you use if you can't use eggs?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes, the substitutes are also listed on my website if you ever need to do a substitute. But you can use egg replacer,
Because ice cream.
not ice cream, but egg replacer, and it's white. It is from Bob's Red Mill. Or you can do another method, which is to do flaxseed, milled flaxseed, and you can mix it up and do the ratio of flaxseed with a little extra water and make your eggs that way. Hold on, gotta make sure that they don't run together. I know brother likes one big cookie, but go.
Are you cookie?
Yeah, they're getting ready.
Is a bit of the oven to me
Yep, everybody be putting them in the oven for how many minutes?
for 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
That's correct. Ice cream on top of cool down.
You can have ice cream on top of them after they cool down. I don't care.
Let's bring
Are
this
you
over.
cooking ice cream? Are you cookies?
I don't know if they've ever had ice cream on their cookies. Well, you would ask them. You can say,
Hi.
Maddie.
Maggie, you put ice cream on your cookies?
I haven't.
You haven't, right? Tell them, do you like ice cream?
Do you like ice cream?
Yes, I do.
Do you like ice cream, Maddie?
I like ice cream.
Sorta.
Yeah.
Sorta, right? But that ice cream sandwich and a cookie dough sounds pretty good to me. Reminds me of when I was a kid, the ice cream man.
What? I like ice cream man almost all.
Yeah, we don't have an ice cream man around here.
We don't
Yeah.
anymore either.
Almost cooking sky. Almost cooking sky.
Yeah.
I'd like to put my up today.
Look at that. There you go. We're almost there.
It's better. Hello, better. Hello, better.
Hold on.
Go for it. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's my brother. It's up now.
That's okay. All right.
Almost done.
Harper, how are you coming with your cookies?
Awesome.
No, I asked Harper. Maddie, are your cookies coming along?
Yeah. They look good. They look good.
Yes, me too.
Have you made this recipe before, Maddie?
No, not this one.
Ah.
Oh,
The favorite is the hash brown casserole.
I can't ever.
I know you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough, but I had to try it and it's delicious.
Yuck.
It is yuck. You're not supposed to do it, Cody. I just had to try it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. Yeah, cookie dough. Yuck.
Yeah, it is yuck. It is yuck, Cody.
It's a yuck delicious. Got it. I'm glad you
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, cookie dough. Not eat cookie dough.
All right. Well, we got maybe 2 more cookies here. Are you going to make them fit?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's add a little bit to this one.
Yes. Yeah.
You're just going to drop it on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. There we go.
Okay, cookies are done.
All right, we're going to get ready to put them into the oven.
How about cookies?
All right, can you grab the oven mitt and show everyone the oven mitt? Nope, grab the oven mitt
Go,
first.
Maddie.
Okay.
All right, come on over and show everyone. This is an oven mitt. It's a 2-handed oven mitt. I do recommend
Right,
using
yeah,
this
yeah,
for
okay.
everyone. What's nice about this oven mitt is it does protect both sides of your hands, but it protects your arms and your belly. So people with disabilities tend to pull things toward themselves for stability, and this way you don't get burnt on your belly.
Nope.
It is also cheaper than the urgent care copay.
Okay, what's this? Okay, here's what's this. Okay.
Yep, they're gonna watch you. They can see you right on the camera, and you're gonna put it in the oven.
Hot.
Yes, it is. Want to pull out the tray?
Steve.
You want to go over the oven? Get ready. Put them in. I'm gonna put them in side by side.
This is the first side.
Okay.
Go ahead, open it.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on. Start with 9. Okay, there we go. So everything is in the oven, and oven lights on. He's checking everything that's going on here. One of the other things that we talk about in our recipes, the very end, is you do have to clean your own dishes. It is not mom's job to clean the dishes. As part of the independence, you need to take your turn at cleaning the dishes up and rinsing them, and to put them either into the dishwasher or rinse them with
Okay.
soap. Are you going to put the ingredients away?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get that on tight.
Okay, please clean up the mess.
Oh, do you want the other kids to clean up their mess?
Yeah.
That goes in the drawer. Bottom drawer.
Okay, clean up the mess.
Cleaning up. Over there. You get to wash.
What's that?
Okay, so I kind of talked about the different tricks with the baking soda, the butter, the liquid egg. I wanted to see if there were any other questions from anybody who is cooking along with us here that I'd be happy to answer.
We have a question here.
Okay.
What happens if you forget to set the timer?
Oh my gosh, what happens? Do you burn your cookies?
Yes.
That just happened to me.
And that's never happened to anyone. So the question is, what do you do when you burn the cookies? Do you get mad and throw a tantrum? No, it happens. It happens to all of us. It is very frustrating. I've had it happen to me. And you either need to pull them out and feed them to the garbage can, or depending on the level of burnt, you can also use a small grater and maybe take some of the burnt off the edges and then be able to eat the rest of the cookie. So there is this sheet included in every cooking kit, and it talks about 13 teaching opportunities and 7 therapy opportunities that you can incorporate with every recipe that you are doing. Now, you don't incorporate all of it, each and every recipe, but
Can
you
wash
are,
it up, wash it up.
sure, you can wash it up, go for it. But you want to be able to, like, physical therapy is learning how to negotiate a grocery cart in the grocery store and not hit people. You want to make sure that you learn the skill of, if you're going to bring home ingredients that need to go in the refrigerator or in the freezer, you don't forget about them, leave them out on the counter and watch a movie, because like if it's ice cream, it's going to melt. So you need to look at that type of thing and use every moment as a teaching opportunity with it. Maybe use the brush first. That'd be helpful. No.
Are the
Yes,
pot
ma'am.
holders with the belly protector, are those on your website to order? Like,
They are also on the website to order.
I love that.
Did you get one with your kid?
I didn't, but I love
Okay.
those. I'll definitely get some. Those are awesome.
Secure.
Hi,
But yes,
Cody.
it is something that was independent, because some people are like, I'm fine with a hot pad. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's making too much noise and it's driving me nuts, okay? But it's just something, as I said, it's so easy to use and so inexpensive, and it's great for older people too, because they get a little bit more shaky when they are getting older, so it goes for young and old. He's just doing everything here in the background. I should move over. He's cleaning right away and putting him in the dishwasher. All right.
We have another question, which
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
when they come out of the oven, how long do you let them cool for before you eat them?
8 minutes.
Well, according to Cody, we let them cool for 8 minutes. I would suggest maybe at least 10 minutes. We are going to pull ours out and we're going to put them on a cooling rack so that they
Oh,
cool down that way. You can also use a spatula and scoop them off of a tray, just depending on your location of where you're at. One of the cool things about parchment paper is how fast it does cool down. So once we take them out of the oven, literally we'll pull them off, and then the cookies will continue to cool on the parchment paper, and they're being removed from the hot baking sheet so they don't overcook on that. Let's clean that a little more before we put that in the dishwasher. Just leave it right there. Thank you. I have quite the helper this morning. Something I'm gonna check the time. We got 3 minutes. Something I am just super excited about. I've been working with FedEx, and this new program just came available, and my FedEx representative has been helping me. We're going to be able to ship to Canada really soon, and then we're working on other countries to add them individually. But what's nice is the shipping rate will be at a very reasonable cost to get it into Canada, and I am just super excited about this for our Canadian friends. Okay. Jennifer, has there been any other questions that have come through?
I'm just making sure that I got all of them from the chat.
That's okay. Maddie, how's your cookies looking?
It's smelling good.
And me too.
Are they smelling good?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You see better? Oh, yeah, they're looking good. Wanna bring it so they can see it? Bring the iPad so they can see it? They are looking good.
What the heck?
She's going to show us her cookies in the oven.
They can smell already. I can smell them.
Oh,
Pancakes.
those are her cookies. Don't they look great?
Pancakes.
No, they don't look like pancakes.
Hey, your cookies. Your cookies.
Yes.
Miss Amber's cookies. I bet hers are in their oven and she's smelling them right now. One of the suggestions I'm gonna put on there is freezing your cookies. They will taste incredible if you can wait that long. Or if you make a double batch, freeze the second batch. You can let them thaw a few minutes or put them in the microwave and thaw them that way, but they will just taste incredibly
Yes.
great.
I saw her.
I shared this story. My older son, right as COVID happening, he had friends. And they heard I was making these cookies up, and he was like, "Wait a minute, I want the cookies." Drove 30 minutes up to get a bag of the cookies as they were coming out of the oven, so we could toss them to him because he knew how well the cookies were going to taste.
Aw. Freezing them is a good idea because you just have to make the batches once. And every time they want cookies, just pull them out of the freezer.
Exactly.
Do you freeze the dough? Oh, sorry. Do you freeze the dough or the cooked cookie?
The cookie itself after it's cooked. Now, if your cookies tend to go a little flatter on the pan, altitude makes a difference. Exactly doing the butter the exact amount. You can also put them in the refrigerator and chill the dough a little bit for like a half hour. Of course, my older son says getting a cookie cake versus individual cookies is fine. He's only eating one cookie at that point. Ours are turning out beautiful. Here, move your head. All right, we are going to need 1 extra minute. We set our timer for 9 minutes, but looks like we are going to need definitely the extra minute here in a moment.
And
Yummy. I see your cookies. Those look great.
So Terry, any chance of you doing more of these Zoom meetings on cooking?
I am happy to do these meetings. I do them with Special Olympics Missouri also. But if you would like to do one in the future, I do one making granola energy bites. And so you just make them and you can put them in the freezer. Okay, we make everything in double, triple batches. So we always have some in the freezer. But it's nice to have energy bites to take with you. And it looks like we got more people joining us. Thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today and make cookies with us. All right. Hi there.
Hi, Paige.
More, yay!
Paige, how many cookies do you think you'd like to eat?
A lot of cookies.
3.
3, just like Maddie.
The magic number 3.
No.
Hi, Paigey. Hi, Gabriel.
No.
Okay, Cody, your cookies are done.
A lot of cookies. Done.
All right, I want you to use the two-handed oven mitt to remove them from the oven. And I'm going to stand to the side so everyone can see what you are doing.
Cool, Maddie.
All right, so gently set it up on the stove, please.
Tell Amanda you're gonna save her one cookie. No, one cookie for you, Amanda.
Oh, cookies.
Amanda
Done.
wants to do one cookie. She wants
It's so wonderful to see all these faces today from all over the world. We have Claire and
Cookies
Christy,
done.
who's coming from the UK.
Awesome. Turn here. And so here is our batch of cookies. And I'm gonna get ready to pull them off and let them start cooling on the cooling rack.
Hooray, cookies, yay. Ta-da. Ta-da.
It is a ta-da. They are done. I am so excited. So many people joined us today to make cookies. Jackie, was there any other cooking classes you would like to see in the future? Or
Like to
Maddie?
see- Cooking class. What's your favorite food? Is it chicken or is it meat? Chicken? Any chicken recipe. There you go.
All right. We have a healthy baked chicken tenders that is coming out and oh, yummy. Recipe pack 3. And so that one will be coming soon, or as soon as I get it finished drawn. Let me put it that way. That's the key thing. I got to draw everything. We have some salad recipes coming out in that recipe pack also. So, oh, I am enjoying seeing all these pictures of the cookies coming on the screen. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is totally awesome.
Thank you, everything. Help me make cookies.
Oh, yes. Thank you for joining us to help make cookies. You are right. That is so right to say that. Thank you. As I said, the granola energy bites is real easy to do. We can always do that recipe. I'm welcome to do summer salads if you would like to do something out of whipped topping.
What are we talking pie?
Oh, you want to make the pumpkin pie? That's your favorite recipe, isn't it?
Oh, we love pumpkin pie. Oh yeah. Cream cheese pumpkin pie, right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh,
You should do a tutorial on how to make pecan pie.
Yep, there's Claire's cookies, and it looks like Sarah's showing off her cookies.
Oh, no cookies.
Oh, Amber's eating her cookies. Hers are cool. Shall we ask her? Do you
I
think they
couldn't wait,
taste good?
Cody. I couldn't wait.
Do you think they taste good, Cody?
They're so good.
Show them. See if maybe they're ready. You think they're ready yet?
Check the edges. Are they lightly brown?
Only on one side.
Maybe just another minute or so on that.
Okay.
But, you know, when they run together, as my other son says, that's still just one cookie.
That's still one cookie, even better.
Yeah, because they're together.
Even better.
I love it.
Looks like Claire and Kirsty made a double batch.
Yum.
And me too.
No, we didn't make a double batch today.
I'm moving to a new house.
Ooh, they smell good.
I'm moving to a new house.
Are you excited?
Yeah, it's in the Redlands.
Well, we'll have
That
to
is
make
so-
cookies there again to christen the house.
Definitely.
What cookies?
Yeah.
The first batch. The second batch is coming.
Those are looking about perfect. Yes, I see the brown edges.
Cup of milk?
They,
Got it.
ooh, there it goes, right off of the parchment paper. Parchment paper, by the way, makes it a lot easier to clean up that baking sheet too. That is one of my key pieces there. Excellent, excellent. I want to make sure, if there's any questions or discussion, I am happy to talk about anything on the recipe or what we are doing. I would look forward to doing another cooking class with everyone. This will be great. And we'll talk it with CSNK 2A1 Foundation to see if they will help host it. That would be great if we could do that.
Anytime. We love cooking with you. And Cody. Cody must join.
You enjoy cooking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is one of the things I'm excited about for Cody, just because this is a life skill and he is learning how to measure. He is learning the step-by-step pieces. I have had 2 people who I have been told are illiterate, and they are not able to read anything, but they've been able to follow the pictures and the formats of the recipe and to still be able to create the recipes that are in the book. Let's see, the recipes go breakfast through dessert.
Pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes is one of your favorites in it. And so I do try to keep a balance of the different recipes. I'm also open to suggestions. And I know Maddie's mom gave me Spanish rice recipe, and we put that one together with chicken and have a recipe getting ready to be created for that too. So I am open to other suggestions because I know people eat other foods than I do, and I'm open to hearing about them.
Coming your way.
Oh, the Taste of Miami. Perfect.
This is a book that was created by the best chefs in Miami to raise money for the restaurants for COVID-19, and it's got the best recipes from each restaurant. So it's a neat book for you, Terry. So you can put it in the piece.
That would be so much fun to be able to pull those ideas out of there and putting them together.
I'll mail it to you.
Awesome. Amber, do you and Harper have any favorite recipes?
Harper like eats anything and everything. So, I mean, her favorite probably is like a good old mac and cheese.
Okay, I can do that one without a problem. Does she like to make mac and cheese from scratch?
Oh, I'm not confused.
Oh, mac and cheese, Cody. Well, you know, I don't make mac and cheese. I actually love cooking and making stuff from scratch, but mac and cheese is not. I mean, I have before, but usually just go to the good old craft.
Oh,
All
Terry, sinful.
Can you teach me?
So Jackie's getting to enjoy that cookie. Maddie, have you tried your cookie yet?
Yeah.
It is simple.
All right. Has everyone else had a chance to try your cookies? Claire? Have you?
No.
We haven't.
It's delicious.
Good. I was hoping that you got a chance.
Yeah, they're lovely.
We made ours too big.
You got yours made?
We made them too big, so we had to leave them in the oven for longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really big. Really big.
Oh, I think big cookies are okay. It still counts as one cookie, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Not two. It will still count as one cookie. Oh, I love seeing all these cookies coming out of the oven on the screen. That is so awesome.
I know, I
Does
want to
anybody
see
else-
this giant cookie.
Oh, here we go. We get to see the giant cookie.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
yummy.
gorgeous.
These look beautiful. Well, Claire, I do appreciate you joining us from the UK. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the instructions.
And soon I'll be able to ship to the UK. It just may be a few more weeks down the line, but we are working on that with FedEx.
Oh, good. That'll be great.
Excellent.
Amber, you're not alone because I see someone else here likes to lick the spoon.
I know, Cody. Yeah.
Although there is a way, I think now, because I think they do make the pasteurized egg,
Or you can do egg substitute.
right? Egg substitute, and then you can eat the batter safely.
Does Jules like sweets?
Oh,
You don't want to try a cookie?
She does. She
Let 'em
does.
in the-
A lot. She loves Oreos.
Okay.
I've never made an Oreo from scratch. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Ideas.
Right?
Ideas.
Well, maybe we can all take a group picture now that you're all eating your cookies. I know maybe the very large cookies are going to take a little bit, but if you want to grab your cookie, is yours ready, Cody, or not yet? Has it been 8 minutes?
Here you go. Ready? Oh, you already took the bite. Most excellent.
All right, smile. Great. Awesome. Oh, sorry, everyone was pausing in between. I apologize. Let's take one more.
Oh,
Oh, gee, you're gonna have to eat a second.
I know.
cookie or hold on.
It's your lucky day. One, two, three. Perfect.
You got a mouthful of cookies. Watch your fingers. Excellent. Excellent.
KJ, I'll bring you cookies after we're done.
All right. All right, Jennifer, I think this about concludes the webinar for today,
does.
unless you have something that I have missed.
Not at all. You've covered everything. Thank you so much for your time and for developing this system that is helping all ages and abilities.
I forgot, if you just choose to order the kit, there is a place on the order form that says more info. And if you put down CSNK 2A1 Foundation or OCNDS, a portion of the sales will go back to the foundation. So,
Thank you. That's so generous. Thank you so much for your support.
so we will make sure that gets taken care of.
And thank you everyone for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone. Good to
Thank
see
you,
you.
thank you.
So
Have an
much.
awesome
you
day.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye, Jackie. Love you.
Love you too, baby. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.